If you want to build a full body definition, you are in the right place because today's workout, we have got supersets for hypertrophy. Now the structure today is very simple. With our supersets, you know it's one exercise back to back with no rest in between before we move on. So today we have 7 rounds for our supersets. That's going to be 14 total, no repeat exercises. Working for 45 seconds, then we get to rest for 30 seconds. I know it is a rare thing, but that is because we are lifting heavy today. We'll talk about weights in a minute because last round is gonna be all about the abs and obliques, still gonna be a superset style, but we're gonna work for 30 and rest for only 15 seconds. So again, we got everything. We got the upper, the lower, and the abs. And again, we're lifting heavy. The only equipment you need will be your dumbbells. And to give you a range today, I am going anywhere from probably 10 pounds. That's gonna be for Snow Angel, so that's gonna be heavy for me. Up to 25 or 30, that's gonna focus more on the lower body. So keep that in mind as you're picking your weights. Keep it heavy, no repeat structure, full body training today. And with that, let's go ahead and get into our warm up. We're just gonna start arms across, one arm on top, and then the other. I love supersets. If you've ever done supersets with me before, you know I love these because I am telling you what, we pack so much goodness into only 20 minutes with these supersets that it is just amazing. Every muscle is gonna be like, yes, today. So, last one here, now going into quad pulls. So bringing those heels up towards your bum, hold it for just a second, and then switch. So now warming up through the hip flexors, through the quads, getting some balance going as well. We need that always. Last one, then we're gonna go into a cross body knee pull into a squat. So hands behind your head, we're gonna do cross body, then take it down into a squat, back up, now cross body, down into that squat. Here, warming up through the abs, through the lower body, keeping that posture nice and solid. One more each side, and then we'll grab some lighter weights for RDL. And then we're gonna go into chest fly to press back. Last one, I'm just gonna use 10 pounds. I know that's pretty light for me for the RDL, but we're gonna go into that lower, or the upper body, which is gonna require some lighter weight. So RDL first, really focus on the muscles here, taking it down, pull and squeeze up. And the warm up, again, it's not really about the heavy weights anyways. It's more really making that mind muscle connection, getting that good form, and allowing those muscles a chance to wake up and get ready to lift heavy. Now our supersets today are gonna vary between all upper, all lower, or a combo of the two. Last one here, and then chest fly into press back, standing chest fly that is. So we'll be standing, take it up, now flip the hand position, press it back. Chest fly, switch that hand position, press back. Keeping those arms straight as you press back. So it's almost a similar move from front to back. However, with the chest fly, we're coming across the body, meeting those weights. With the press back, just press straight back up. Last 2, and press it up. There we go. All right, I'm gonna leave my 10s out here since I'll use those eventually. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. If you wanna start your watch, today I would use the traditional strength training option. Well, today I'm going to use that on my Apple Watch. We are starting, our first superset is going to be a push-up into a skull crusher. Remember with your push-ups, you can always do them on your knees or your toes, or you can take them on an elevated surface such as a couch, your exercise bench, or even on the wall. Lots of progression in this exercise, so take whatever is gonna allow you to maximize this first set here. So go ahead, grab your weights for skull crushers, then we'll bring it down to meet for push-ups, and let's do this. Another thing with your push-ups, if you find push-ups do bother your wrists, you can always use your dumbbells if you have a flat bottom dumbbell to make sure you're keeping those wrists straight. But either way, try to keep those wrists straight, elbows, shoulders, wrists in line, knees or toes, and here we go, 45 seconds for push-ups, all the way down, press that floor away, squeeze. Keeping that body long and strong, press the floor away, and exhale. Elbows are not coming out wide, but back at an angle. And remember, we move right into that next exercise, but after we get 30 seconds to rest. Almost there, switching it over to skull crushers next. 1 or 2 dumbbells on this one. In 3, 2, 1. Woo. Flipping it over right onto your back. Now all about the triceps, arms up straight. We're gonna hinge just at the elbow, and here we go. Taking those dumbbells all the way down and press. Oh, this is a really good combo for our push muscles right here. And with this heavy weight, when you are picking heavy weight, it is heavy right from the very first rep. You've got to be nice, slow, and controlled, keeping your mind on your form. Using that breath as power to help you push through. Almost there. Last one. We've got 3 and 1. Nice job. Oh, all right, should be close to failure every time there. We're gonna bring it up. We've got 30 seconds. Oh, that is amazing. All right, so next 2 exercises. We have got an in and out squat. That means dumbbells are gonna be right up on the shoulders for our in and out squat. Then we're gonna go into a sumo glute bridge, 5 pulse. So I'll count you for those first few 5 pulses, and then we are gonna be ready. So grabbing our heavy weights, in and out squat, dumbbells up on the shoulders. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So similar to that warm up that we had with that squat in and out. Woo. Think about pushing that floor away. And we keep moving. Bringing it down next, sumo glute bridge with 5 pulse. Last 3, 2, 1, right to the ground. Woo, dumbbells on those hips, 1 or 2 of them. Sumo position, legs out wide. And here we go, pulse it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down, right back up, pulse it, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll let you count your own 5 here, so count it for your 5. Nice squeezes here. Don't forget to breathe, drive those hips up, push. All the way down, right back up. Keeping those hips high, back flat. Woo, we're gonna have time for 1 more 5 pulse. Bring it down, here we go. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, 30 seconds again. Moving back to the upper body now, but this time we're working the pull muscles. So we're gonna have back and biceps. We're gonna do a rotating row into wide curls. So keeping it heavy, I'm gonna go with my 20s. I'm gonna try to keep 20 for both. That is going to challenge me all the way through. So back flat, core tight, hinge it down, palms facing away to begin. No, sorry, palms facing you, and then we'll rotate it up and away. Squeeze. So palms facing your legs at the bottom, rotate palms away as you reach the top, hold it for a second. Back flat, core tight. Exhale, squeeze. Keep those elbows in as you row up, so arms squeezing around your body. Don't let those elbows flare out. Take time for that exhale at the top. With that work right here, exhale. Working through the back, squeezing those shoulder blades around your spine. All right, for this last one, I want you to go ahead and hold it up with me. We're gonna hold it up. Now here we go, last 3, 2, 1. Woo. Wow, bring it to stand, wide curls, palms out nice and wide, elbows in, and here we go, 45 on. Squeeze, and down. All the way down. Keep those arms out wide. Full exhale with the squeeze up, And then at the top, really tighten up through the biceps right here. Squeeze them, tighten them. And down. Whew. Now the structure today for these first few supersets, you can see we're alternating between upper and lower body. So this is a really good break for the lower body right now before we then hit it heavy again. Last 3, 2, 1. Whew. So with that, going back to the lower body, 30 seconds, shake it out. Now the upper body gets a nice long break. We're gonna go into a stationary lunge with a 3 pulse on one side. Then that next exercise in the superset will be the other side. Again, keep it heavy. Modification is going to be a staggered squat with 3 pulse. So you're gonna see that modification on screen here in just a second, but get into that staggered position if you're taking that, stationary lunge if you're following that. And here we go. I'm gonna actually start with my dumbbells down. Pulse it for 3, nice and low. 2, 1. Now whether you're staggered or lunging, we're taking that 3 pulse. And same thing, everyone's chest is up. Nice, good posture. Keeping it low for those 3, pushing to that forward leg. That goes for lunge or staggered squat. Now with the staggered squat though, there is a big difference there with the lunge and the staggered squat. You are not nearly as wide with your legs with that staggered squat. And that leg is not straight back either with the staggered. It's just out to the side just a bit. Okay, here we go. Last 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, switch it over, other side. We don't have time to set anything down. Back into position, and we're off again, other side. Here we go, down for 3, 2, 1, up. Down 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Really pushing through that forward leg. Oh, so shaky. Few more reps, you got it. Keep that form, chest up. Keep those low pulses. All right, last 3 pulses, here we go. 3, 2, 1, nice job. All right, now we're going into upper body. We're gonna hit snow angel. This is so good for the shoulders. This is where I said I'm gonna use my 10s. So I got 10 pounds here, snow angel. Then we're gonna go into a pull over. So you can use 1 or 2 dumbbells. I am gonna mix it up. Actually, let me grab that. I'm gonna go to 125 for my pullover when I get there. Okay, here we go. Snow angel in 3. Here's 2 and 1. Up. Control it down. Now you can definitely take a stance where both feet are on that same line, or I'm taking a staggered stance only because I feel like it allows my arms to come all the way down. I'm a little more narrow with that staggered squat. At least that's how I feel. Whew. Keeping that core tight and shoulders relaxed. So don't shrug the shoulders. Elbows are soft. Exhale with your lift. Control it down. Pull over next. We'll bring it to the mat. Here we go. Last 3. Get to the top. 2. And you made it. All right, pull over. Bring it down. Now you can drive those shoulder blades into the mat with this pullover. Here we go. Pulling it over, dropping it, tap the mat, pull, squeeze up. Whew. Let that core work with you. Squeeze it as you come back up. Arms stopping perpendicular here to the floor and ceiling. Down, tap, pull, squeeze, exhale. Really great exercise for your lats. Oh, for the arms and the core. Oh. Drop it, tap it, exhale, squeeze. Almost there, we get 30 seconds after this. Last 3, 2, 1. Nice job, okay. Back to lower body now. Lower body, we have got a sumo Romanian deadlift into a good morning. This is where I'm gonna try to bump it up to my 30s for the sumo RDL. And then that good morning, I'll go a little bit lighter. Legs out, toes out. So just start thinking about the weight now that's gonna challenge you, and remember, it's one time through. I want you to keep that in mind as we're picking this weight. Sumo RDL, shoulders rolled back. Here we go, hinge it down. Back flat, core tight, nice and heavy. Pull and squeeze up. Keep that spine long. Exhale with your squeeze. Okay. You know you're going heavy enough when like extra sound effects are coming out and you're like, I'm not sure if you're doing that, but I feel like I'm doing that. Woo. Do not be afraid to go heavy. As long as your form is good, you're not gonna bulk up. This is where that definition is coming in. Whew, here we go. Last 3, 2, 1. Good morning now. This one is a little bit more challenging. I'm dropping it to my 15s on the shoulders, soft knees, and lean it forward. Weight is in the heels, pull and squeeze up. So it is similar to an RDL, but the placement of our dumbbells completely different. So it puts a whole new emphasis on those hamstrings and glutes and also on the core. But you're keeping the knees back, you're keeping that weight through the heels, pushing the hips back, chest flat, and then squeeze back up. Our last superset, we're combining upper and lower body, and we've almost made it. Here we go, last one, and up. 30 seconds, breathe. Next exercise is squat to press, supersetting that with an RDL to row. Just those classic upper, lower compounds where you can keep it heavy. So squat to press first. Of course, this is lower body and shoulders, and of course core as we're combining the two. Rolling those shoulders back, getting ready for squat. Going in 3, here's 2, and 1. Down and press. So this is the last upper lower combo. After this, our supersets switch to focus all on the obliques and abs. And remember, 30 seconds of work and 15 for this last round of rest. Down, exhale, press. You're over halfway here. RDL and row next. I'm gonna up my weights just a little bit, I hope. Yes, got my 20s out here. Last 3, 2, 1. Switching it up if you need to. RDL to row, take it nice and slow. Get that form before you go. And here it is, 45 on, hinge it. Hit the bottom, row it, squeeze, exhale, control it, pull back up. Oh, wow. I am glad that abs are next. Almost there, we've got a few more reps to go, so keep them strong. And then we'll get 30 seconds, take it down to the mat for abs. No weight in abs, all body weight. One more, here we go. Last 3, 2, and 1. Oh, there it is. Okay, down to the mat. Grab a drink if you need, dry off. You know that's always welcomed, anytime, any workout. All right, so abs. This is one of my absolute favorite exercises for obliques. It is so good. We have got a side plank with hip drop, 30 on one side, 30 on the other. That's the first exercise. So make sure you got your space. We go in 5. You can keep that bottom knee down or both legs out. And here we go. Up, drop it. Shoulder and elbow are in line here. Driving those hips up straight. Think about a string from your hip to the ceiling. You're not rocking forward, you're not rocking back, you're going directly up. You're holding, you're squeezing. A little motivation, feel those obliques work right there. We're getting ready to switch it. Hold it up with me for 3, here we go, 2 and 1. Switch it over, same thing, other side. You can keep that bottom knee down if you need to. And we're off. Here we go. Drive it up and down. So hold it for a second with that contraction. Body long and strong. We are still keeping those legs tight. Working a little bit here in the shoulder with this hold. We're gonna hold it up again for our last 3 count. So we'll get ready for that. Woo, here it is. Hold it up for 3, 2, 1. All right, this is a good one. We have got dead bug. We're gonna hold dead bug, iso dead bug, and then we're just going to straighten the legs. Keep the low back pressed into the mat. Arms are up. For the second half, we're just gonna do the arms. So here we go. Just straighten the legs. Out, back to tabletop. Out. Now, if you find your low back is arching, I just want you to hold this iso position with the bent knees. If you can straighten them, straighten them. Keep those legs pinned together. Oh my word, working the abs so good. Almost there. Last 3, 2, 1. Now keep those knees bent at tabletop, just lowering back with the arms. Here we go. 30 seconds, arms. Tap the thumbs, back up. Drive that lower back into the mat. Think about tucking your hips, pushing everything into the mat. I am so dead set on this because this is how you're gonna work the abs. This is how you're gonna work deep in the core, and this is how you're really gonna start to see those abs. We gotta work all of it, not just those superficial muscles. Keep the low back pressed in. Last 3, 2, 1. Oh, hug them in. We have got 1 minute of work left. Oh, and it feels so good. All right, so we're gonna go into a crunch with press back. With the press back, give all that power through your hands into the knee, pulling the knee in at the same time pressing back. So here we go, 30 seconds on the clock in 3, 2, and 1. Press it in, squeeze, same side. Because we're doing one side and then the other. I'm sure you saw that as the preview, but squeeze, press, press, press. Oh. Exhale. Full exhale during that press. Right here, exhale. Good, down. Squeeze, press it up. We're just gonna switch sides next. And then it's our last 30. Last one, here we go. Hold it in with me for 3. Here's 2 and 1. Other side, right into it. Squeeze, press. Keep that same tension. Push, push, push. Full exhale. Whew. All right, and our challenge today to go along with this definition we've been working, we're gonna do the chest and back finisher. So that's gonna be the added icing on the cake, the cherry on top. Hold it in with me, here we go. Last 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Amazing. So sweaty in 20 minutes. Are you kidding me? I can feel everything shaking right now. You are the bomb. I hope that you are feeling shaky and sweaty and just oh so good overall. Chest and back finisher. Again, these 2 opposing muscles, get them strong to help your posture. This is not just like do the chest and back finisher because yay. No, this is like do this because this is going to help you here with your posture and building these muscles, the 2 biggest muscles in your upper body. Boom, come on, we're working on that definition. So go get it. I will see you over at the chest and back finisher. You showed up, we worked out with a purpose, and we are stronger because of it. I love you, you are the best. Go get that finisher and let's kick some more butt.